Hey guys, today I want to talk about my favorite subject, which is music. It's one of my favorite things that I actually love about the Philippines. Because in the Philippines here, it seems like they're stuck in the 80s as far as music goes. And it's actually kind of enjoyable because it's almost like any radio that you tune into. Most radio stations here focus on music from the 80s. And so you hear a lot of Eagles, a lot of stuff from the 70s too. Eagles, Dennis DeYoung, Styx, Air Supply, REO Speedwagon, you know, a lot of the greats. It's a lot of the slower type, slow rock, but it's something that I grew up with and I actually enjoy. And since I've been over here, it's one thing I like about this place because it seems to have like a little bit of soul to it, you know, and it brings out the best in people around here. And it's one thing I like about the Filipinos here is they got awesome taste in music. And some of these bands still come tour over here, like REO Speedwagon, Air Supply. You know, some of these bands come here, and they also have a lot of like Christian bands that come over here too. They have like big things up in Manila for them, you know. And so if you're into that, they have those too. I've actually gone to one, you know, which is kind of cool, but it was kind of long-winded, you know, but I enjoyed it. But anyway, like, I noticed like around here at night, if you have like a bunch of people around or something, at our home, we always put on some decent music. I have a big Bluetooth speaker and it's really loud, and we play a little Eagles, Air Supply, you know, a little bit of Van Halen, Johnny Mathis, Willie Nelson, all that stuff. You know, we put it all on. Kenny Rogers. And my girlfriend loves Kenny Rogers. They love Kenny Rogers over here. Don Henley, one of my favorites. I'm trying to think of some of the others. I got so many. I play all the music from like the 70s and 80s. I love the Eagles. You know, they're one of my favorite bands. But I play the Eagles so much lately that they're getting kind of old. So I started listening to Don Henley, Cass County. It's one of his new albums that came out, I think, about 3 years ago. And it's an awesome album. If you like country and western and you like the Eagles, you'll probably like Cass County. It's a different type of album, but it has a lot of the old greats on there. It has like Dolly Parton, Mick Jagger, and quite a few other people on there that are famous that sing along with Don Henley. And the songs are great, you know. They have that Eagles type feel to them, but they also have like a country feel to them, which is kind of cool. But here in the Philippines, that 80s feel, it's a good feel. And I remember coming here during the 80s, and what was funny was you'd think that they were stuck in the 60s, but they weren't. They were up on the 80s, but they never moved out of it, you know. And I always catch people here listen to music from the 80s or 70s, and even the younger generation, a lot of them still like that type of music. And some of them are moving away from it, but not all of them. And it's just kind of cool seeing these people stuck in that time musically. And it's I enjoy it, you know, because if it was any other kind of music that they were playing, like today's generation music, I probably wouldn't like it as much. Not to say that there aren't any good musicians from today, because there are. I like music from like Ed Sheeran, and there's quite a few others that I do like. You know, there's another guy out there. He sounds a little bit like Frank Sinatra, but I can't think of his name. But there's not many. You know, who can beat the Eagles or Boston for that matter? More Than a Feeling. You know, right out of Massachusetts. Blue Oyster Cult, you know, is another band. The Band, you know, and so many greats during that generation. And, you know, if you guys love that type of music, tell me what type of music you guys like from that generation. Be interested to hear in the comment section, you know, what you guys loved about that generation. Because when you come over here, for a lot of you guys, it's gonna be like stepping back into that generation, because you can talk music over here with other people and still be in, it's like stepping into a time machine and being able to, go back to that time. And one thing I noticed was when that music comes on, a lot of the times it brings you back to, I'm looking at a yellow bird down there. He's like on a tree and he's like solid yellow. I've never seen anything like that here. But anyway, it's like stepping back in time, and it brings you back to a time, sometimes right back to a place that you were when you hear a certain song or whatever. And it's kind of interesting what music can do to you, and how it can move your soul and just move you to a different time. I mean, it's so many times I haven't heard a song like maybe in years, maybe 10, 15 years sometimes. All of a sudden a song will come on over the radio here, and I'll be like, wow, I remember where I was last time I heard that song. And it's just kind of funny, and I'm sure you guys have that feeling sometimes too. You hear that special song on the radio and it's like, wow, listen to that. Oh, I love that song. And I have that app on my phone called Shazam. And since I've been here, because back in the States, some of those songs you don't hear anymore. And I used to have Shazam on my phone then. But over here, I've been Shazamming those songs, and I've been making up like this this playlist. And my playlist is almost up to about 1,000 now, okay? And I got some great music on there, And when you come over here, guys, if you're a music buff like me, make sure you put Shazam, the app. And when you hear a song that you like, you turn on Shazam, and as long as you have data, it'll find out the singer and the name of the song and everything. And you could, if you have Apple Music and you pay like about $10 a month or whatever it is, you can download all those songs onto your music playlist or whatever, and just add it, and you'll have it forever now, And it's kind of cool, especially for music buffs. And I'll pay $120 a year for music, unlimited music, just because it's well worth it, because I can download anybody I want. And, and I download like smooth jazz, things like that. But it's, over here you have a lot of time to enjoy, and don't waste that time, guys. Make the best of it, because, you have time to read, you have time to enjoy music, you have time to go back and watch older shows you used to enjoy. I mean, I've talked about that before, about watching like The Twilight Zone, and I watch Project Blue Book, and I watch a lot of other shows that I really like. And if you're a big movie buff and music buff, this is the place to live, guys, because there's so much that you can get into over here, and you have the time to do it, and it's so cheap. For some of you guys, I just want to let you guys know this, is if you join any of the Apple things from over here and you sign up from the Philippines, it's cheaper, okay, versus from the United States. So if you come, but it also limits you on some of that music, so be careful. So that's why I stuck with the United States. But if you don't mind losing a few songs, then you'll be fine over here. But you're gonna find some music you can't find, I believe, like or movies or something like that on some of these different things. Like maybe on Netflix, it might have less things on there, and you might have to use a VPN. Okay, so just a FYI, guys. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. Also, leave a lot of comments in the comment section. I'd like to hear what you guys have to say about your favorite songs and stuff. Also about your favorite TV shows. And, a lot of the stuff you can watch over here on Pluto and Hulu, and a lot of those, there's a lot of free TV stations over here that you can get. And also you have Apple TV if you like watching like The Curse of Oak Island, things like that. You can go on there and you can subscribe to those. It costs a few bucks, but it's worth it. Anyway, God bless, guys. Take care, and be sure to like and subscribe, guys. Thank you.